Hey, welcome to Boxing Fans Talk TV. I'm your host, TDT. You can refer to me as Miss T. As you see the thumbnail, guess what? Conor Benn has been rejected by the UK, stalling his career for Lord knows how long. But we're going to get into that and some other things. But y'all know, first, let's turn to Welcome back to Boxing Fans Talk TV. I'm your host, CDT. You can refer to me as Missy. Y'all see my thumbnail? Guess what? Conor Benn has been rejected by the UK and pretty much stalling his career, but we don't know how long that's going to be. We don't know what twists and turns Eddie Hearn going to try to make of it, but it don't look like they can get out of this one. I see our money is in the building bright and early. What's up? What's popping, King? He said water check, water check, water check. Of course, y'all know what we do at the top of the hour. We here at Boxing Fans Talk TV, we advocate that everybody drink their water. It's cold. It's even cold in Georgia. It's starting to get cold out there, but that does not negate you from drinking your water. We know 2023, we're going to make a pledge, the whole country. Ain't going to be no dehydration. A lot of people have illnesses and ailments stemming from dehydration or chronic dehydration. This is a problem we can fix. So drink your water up. We know that most people don't like to drink water, but here we advocate for 100 ounces a day. That's easy to make. You know, the formula is half your body weight in ounces of water. But, you know, you don't have to do all that. You could go 100 ounces. You may get 96 or 90 or 89 that day. But after all, tomorrow is another day. You just try again. We know that people don't like to drink water, so we advocate that at least twice a day. And then build from that. But twice a day that you drink water. Leave it on a nightstand. So when you first thing, when you get up, when your eyes open up, before them toes hit the ground, before you get off on your day, drink you 8 ounces of water. Think of the body as an engine and the water is the lube. The second time is at night when you get out the shower. Even the American Heart Association agrees that you should drink water before you go to bed. And they talking about deep sleep, y'all. They not talking about cat naps and, you know, just laying in the bed all night. Because you got a lot of work to do when you go to sleep. This is why sleep is important. A lot of stuff is going on. You're revamping, recreating, redirecting, reprogramming, redoing a lot of stuff. It's a lot of reads, you know, going on at night. And that's a lot of work. You don't feel it because you're in a deep sleep, but it's a lot of work. That's why the average person burns between 900 to 1,000 calories at night in their sleep. So drink up your water. It's going to do the body good. After all, water is a life sustainer. And we can't stress enough to drink your water. And you never know. No, life happens. Sometimes illnesses come out of nowhere. Sometimes ailments come out of nowhere. And the very thing to help you get through it is a hydrated body. So drink up your water. Drink your water. Now that we got that out the way, let's do a little housekeeping. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe button. If you've already hit the subscribe button, don't touch that dial. We already got you locked in. You locked and loaded. But do hit the like and share button every time that you visit this page. And leave a comment, a question, or a concern. I'll get back to you on the replay. I check those. And you can leave me a message at boxingfanstalk@gmail.com. That's boxingfanstalk@gmail.com. I do look at that too, and I get back with you. Now, as I always say, I don't know what I did to YouTube, but for some reason, and I'm steadily working on it, they don't count my views. I'm starting to think they don't count my subscribers. But so I'm not monetized in their way. But I am monetized through Cash App, so please indulge. My Cash App is Boxing Fans Talk TV. All proceeds go to the show. Now, I come on Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I take my days off when I need it, but Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But like I said, do engage in the Cash App. All proceeds go back into the show. So let's get into it. I see True Boxing Radio is in the building. Is that peace, sis? Is that Coach Malachi? True Boxing Media? Is that Coach Malachi? Love your show. Love your show. Boy, your little excerpts, I be tripping. You know what my favorite is? Sandra Day. And what do they call them? And their backup singers. I forgot what they call them. The Dayettes or something. I'll be waiting on that too. Anywho, let's get into it. So, look, y'all, a lot of stuff going on in boxing. Twists and turns. We got boxing scheduled this year. Been pretty good this year, I would say. It ain't stopped what's already been in progress, like the PBC is no more. Coach Malachi tried to tell y'all. I tried to told him too, Coach Malachi. Nobody wanted to listen. Do you know, Coach, I still have arguments with friends, and they Earl-sexuals. Let me just put that out on Front Street, that believe that the PBC is just the hot ticket item. And I'll be like, no, the PBC failed. As of today, they failed. I just did a show the other day when I said people are going around saying they got the deal with Amazon Prime. No, it's very, very, very close. Close don't mean you have it. And I laid out what Amazon Prime probably not going to put up with. They're not going to put up with the marination, mismatching of fights, boring fights. Again, I can't say it enough. PBC needs Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime don't need PBC. And I'm going to say it till the wheels fall off, because I shouldn't even have debates or anything about that. And one of my friends love him to death. But goddamn, this dude really believed that Al Heyman did the damn thing as far as boxing. You could be creative and successful in other areas in your life and fail in other areas. But I also said, to give him a little hope, Coach, I said, it's not to say that PBC can't make a comeback. The Zone did. The Zone failed in their campaign over here in America. They had to tuck their tail, go back over there to the UK, but they came back. At least for what they know their lane, and they gonna stay in it now. Those big dreams, you got big dreams. That don't mean you'll always obtain what you think you're going to obtain. But I'm ready for delusional shit to leave boxing. That's what I'm ready for. But let's get into the story. So, Conor Benn is really trying to get his career on track. He really trying, y'all. Since he popped positive on his drug test last year, he really is trying. You know, but then you can say, if you was really trying, you'd have got the investigation done. He has put in an application after application to fight Eubanks Jr. on February 3rd, 2024. And he has been dismantled in his attempts, leaving him hanging out there to dry, as to what he's going to do next. But don't cry for me, Argentina, because that was of his own doing. He did that to himself. Nobody did that to him. He did that to himself. And we ain't going to be cutting corners. Nobody wants to play in the sandbox with a cheater. Nobody likes a cheater. Allegedly cheater. That guy would say that. But he popped positive, so I'm going to call him a cheater. What you want me to call him? So you trying real hard to get your career on track, but you're not trying hard enough because you're not doing what's necessary to get your career on track. You can't just satisfy you and Eddie Hearn and Matchroom. You have to satisfy different sanctioning bodies, different locations like the UK. The UK got a council. They got a boxing council. And to them, I read what they say, the General Secretary of British Boxing Board of of control. His name is Robert Smith. I guess he heads this board up. He claimed they don't put no stock into the investigation that Conor Benn and Eddie Hearn was saying that went down or is going down, because apparently there's it comes in a couple of parts. And according to Eddie Hearn, well, we passed the first part, but you ain't passed all the parts. By Eddie Hearn's own admission, they have not completed it. And that's what Robert Smith of the British Boxing Board of Control has said. Y'all did not complete this investigation, so it's a no-go. I'm gonna have to pass. What they say? We're gonna have to block you. That's what they saying. Basically saying it don't count. So UCAD, and UCAD is the UK anti-doping. Been writing for they've been waiting for this to happen. According to this guy, Mr. Smith. And as far as they know, it's been delayed. And not through UCAD and other, entities, but like they said, other parties. I don't know what other parties mean, but maybe outside, like I said, it seemed like Conor Benn and Eddie Hearn and the crew did enough to satisfy them, or to put a face on it or something. But they won't fooling nobody because they didn't complete it. Nobody's treating Conor Benn wrong, by the way. You pop positive. There's a process in how to rectify that situation. You have to complete it. You trying to put the cart before the horse. And UCAD and them is not having it. Like his application to box in the UK was straight up refused. They said hell to the no, hell to the knees off. Mark Nash is in the building. Was Papa King? He said, don't forget to smash them like button. Yes, please smash that like button and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Like I said, I'm battling with YouTube. I ain't giving up. It's not counting my stuff. I've been on here 2 years. Thank God I don't depend on this for my livelihood like some people do. Not knocking them. I'm over here drinking water and eating ice. Not knocking people who do depend on it, but I can get up here and just have fun with it, is what I'm saying. When you depend on it for your livelihood, it's another story. Cause then you're gonna get anxious and you can be mad. I could be hot fire mad right now for what YouTube doing to me, but I was like, I'm gonna just do what I can, make my complaints, and hopefully they stop treating me like a wet food stamp. But yeah, his application, Conor Benn's application, was straight refused, rejected. They can try to spin it however they want. UK ain't having it. You will not fight over here, son. But this explains the call outs that Benn has been saying lately. And the UK says, now I've never heard nobody do this one. The UK is saying there's going to be backlash if they try to circumvent this proceeding. Like, they ain't having that neither. Everybody, I think, well, the UK is showing that they caught on to it. I don't know about America. We don't run over to the Saudis area quite often, but that seemed to be the next step. And sometimes when you run into a brick wall and, you ain't handle your business all the way, like, get the investigation completed before you trying to make a fight. The UK, like, don't even think about trying to circumvent these proceedings, whether they're going to fight, take the Saudi route or come over here. The British is saying you still have to do that investigation. That shit must come first. Those are your next steps, Conor Benn. You have to complete your proceedings, go through the proceedings, finish that, and then we don't care where you go. That's what they're saying. And I think or believe that Conor Benn is a UK citizen. So, damn, dude, if you can't even fight in your own country, don't be like Tyson Fury. Because when they shut it down for him, he don't give a fuck. But the reason why shit works for Tyson Fury is because he don't care. And y'all gonna come to him before he come to you. And I think the whole thing with Deontay Wilder, the reason why Tyson Fury gets any kind of love is any man would do. Kind of like what they be trying to do to Crawford. Any man would do. Well, yeah, go fight Benavidez. Go fight this person. Go fight Boot. Yeah, any man would do. But they barking up the wrong tree. Crawford is not like that. But Tyson, yeah. What did Tyson do? He came right over here, bought a house, did all that shit, went back over there for a spell and got stuck. Because now he can't come back over here. He had to leave his cars, his house, all kinds of shit over here. Mark Nash said, what investigation? Mark, when Conor tested positive for drugs, that was supposed to be investigated. And it sounds like that Eddie Hearn and them did part of the investigation, because by Eddie's own mouth, he says, we passed the first part, I guess the retest or the what you call it, that second test you do. That's the only test I'm aware of that they did, the B sample or something. But that's what Eddie is saying. We passed the first part, but that's not good enough for you, Cat. That's not good enough for them. You have to complete the entire investigation. You're not cleared, in other words. Everybody know, that people in their life outside of boxing has to go through certain things to be cleared before they could go. I had to get I don't know if you call it a test or if you would call it evaluated, medically, before I could come in the military, because I had surgery on my ears before I came in. And I had to be cleared or I couldn't come in. It don't matter. I can go up there and say, "Hey, I feel good. My ear's working. It's all right. Don't it look normal? I could have did all that shit." But the military was like, get somebody other than you and your mama and your daddy and your friends and your crew to tell us everything's good. Preferably somebody with some credentials that's authorized to do this evaluation, a doctor. And that's what I had to do. It didn't matter how I was ready or what I felt. And that's what Eddie and Connor seem like they trying to circumvent. And I gotta say they trying to, because you're trying to push for this fight in UK with Eubanks Jr. And the only reason you ain't got your fight in the first place because you popped positive. That's on you, dog. You did that. So now they trying to push the fight, like basically put the cart before the horse. You trying to push for the fight to get done and get signed, sealed, delivered. And the fucking investigation ain't even complete. Where they do that at? I guess that's what UCAS said. Where they do that at? Well, Mr. Smith is not having it. PGH Big Dog is in the building. What's poppin' King? He said, Mark Nash. Salute, fam. And that's the investigation, Mark, that Ben got to get through. But like I said, this explains why he was calling out other people, because leave it to Eddie Hearn to have an alternative. He gonna have an alternative. But UK said, we ain't gonna, try us if you want to. I mean, you don't want to mess things up where you're home. Your home is where your heart is. You don't want to mess things up and go out there and just box just for the hell of it, get your money, whatever, and then think you go come back home a hero. No. I would tell Conor Benn, handle his business. Finish what he got to do. He ain't getting no younger. It's not like he a spring chicken, and he ain't getting no younger. Mark Nash said Ben has been out for a long time. Exactly. He don't want to make it even longer. I don't know what they has. I don't know if somebody holding it up, or the British Boxing Board feels that it's been delayed, probably unnecessarily, because other parties, who other parties are, they didn't name that. They didn't say it. Mark Nash said Chris Eubank has fought twice since that I got canceled. Yeah. Everybody moving on with their life. And Conor Benn, look, youth is a hot commodity. And the longer you wait, the longer it's worse for you. We can go through boxing history. We don't have to look no further than Muhammad Ali. Some of the best years of his boxing life was delayed or, stamped out because of political bull crap that was going on here in the 60s in America. We have no idea how that dude would have showed out in them 5 years that they had him on hold. And he wasn't going to get around that. They wasn't going to let him go out the country and fight nobody and all that shit. No. They was going to make him handle what he had to handle. And finally, the Supreme Court ruled, which I always thought that was confusing, because every year the justices of the Supreme Court picks their cases, and within a year they get them done. Like I don't know what the delay, because they do this every year. They pick that. First of all, they don't work all year, and then when the time frame that they are on, they pick their cases, or they pick their cases before they come on, and they handle their cases, and then they pretty much get ready for the next year's cases. So they was like 5 fucking years, or maybe his case was going up through different courts. If I think about it, had to go up through different courts, different districts and regions till it got to the DC circuit, and then from there, that's where the Supreme Court probably plucked it out of. Maybe that whole process took 5 years, but that's what I mean about process. Ain't no sense in trying to circumvent it. Your name gonna be mud, and by the time you do get back in the game, Conor Benn, man, all these motherfuckers be housing your ass. The people you came up with will be gone. You'll be having to fight these young, hungry lions. Mark Nash said, shaking my head, bruh. Bruh should have just took his suspension. He would be back fighting now. That's something to think about too. You know. Uh I actually don't know, Mark. He said, "What's up with Bumgarner? You heard anything about her status?" I actually don't know. They trying, in my opinion, to treat her. Well, I ain't gonna say. I don't want to say kid gloves, but kind of like kid gloves. They ain't going. I will say they're not going hard on her, like they could with or have done with other people. But then again, a lot of guys get away with murder. They be popping positive and shit. Look at Oscar Valdez. He got away with murder. Canelo got away with murder. You know what I'm saying? And so Bumgarner, I can't be mad if they kind of taking their time or treating her with kid gloves, but I think she's had fights since they caught her. But I'm just speaking on the fact that the British people slammed you. So whatever kind of spin they try to put, because I already hear Eddie Hearn spinning shit. He already out there trying to spin shit and act like Conor Benn is entitled, like he deserved, a chance at this, that, and the other. Don't bring America into this shit. Finish your business in your country, man. Like I said, whether he go the Saudi route or try to come over here, he got to handle that. It sounds like old Conor Benn gonna be stalled out for a minute. Like you said, Mark, he should have better off just took the suspension. And then he probably been back by now, Look at people who get away with the shit and see what they do. Our money said, Coach, Mark Nash, what's up, fellas? And they said, she hasn't fought. I thought she fought. I thought she had a fight. Still suspended indefinitely. Oh, damn. Well, I guess they ain't treating her with kid gloves. Because you don't never hear nothing about it, Mark Nash. I mean, even if I try to look for it, she's like disappeared off social media. PGH was popping. Big Al, what up? So, okay. These are the backup options. And this is the one that Eddie Hearn is pushing. Y'all ready for the list? It's Boots Ennis, Keith Thurman, Mario Barrios, and Virgil Ortiz. That's the backup that Eddie Hearn is so desperately trying to push, as if Conor Benn is entitled to this. Now, I want to ask y'all something. Is it me, or has Barrios now became a party favor? Because when they ask Boots, Barrios, everybody naming this guy. Like, in my mind, he lost every fight at 47, but I think he won one. He won one, right? I think Barrios did win that last fight. So I don't remember, but seemed like in my mind, when I think of Barrios, he lost all his fights at 47. That's what I be thinking. Mark said they haven't stripped her. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like she used to pop up in timelines and on the social media. You couldn't get from around her, like, not saying we was trying, but I'm saying she was always there some kind of way. Somebody had something to say. And now you don't see pictures or nothing. Even Clarissa Shields' pictures and her social media, the females that I see mostly that's coming up through the social media or on the news is Katie Taylor, and there was another one, and all that stuff. But yeah, they don't talk about them that much. Come on. He says she's DL, even deleting comments and blocking anyone that mentions pairs on social media. I guess she would, Mark. That is embarrassing. Nobody likes a cheater. That's what it is. But like I said, is it me, y'all, or is Barrios now the party favorite? He's the guy to mention. He's the gatekeeper or something of 147. Everybody want him on that resume. Everybody want to fight him because that's what Eddie talking about. And instead, Eddie could be looking for the people that's behind those people he just named. Go further down the list. But Eddie moving heaven and earth for Conor Benn. He do a lot. He doing a lot for him. Conor Benn is lucky that he got Eddie in his corner. Like Like I said, I don't know. Did Barrios win the fight at 47? And then let's go down the list of the people that they name. Okay. Ortiz is out. He out. He won't be at 147 anymore. If he knows what's best for him, I personally don't think he coming back to 147. So Ortiz, in my opinion, is out. Why mention him? Besides, Benn should want to clear his name first. Because nobody wants to fight a cheater. People are worried about their status and their name recognition. It's almost like what they say about the Grammys. They having a hard time getting the Grammy seating list together or something because nobody wants to sit by Diddy. Once your name is mud, your name is mud. You got to clear your name, and then you can be back to who you were, but Conor Benn, you got that albatross hanging over your head. But Ortiz, that was just stupid to mention. Ortiz got medical issues. I don't even think he would be coming back to 147. And if he knows, like I said, what's best for him, he shouldn't. Then you got Boots Ennis, the email champion. The email champion. Now that he's legit and he got a belt, Boots Ennis will try to defend, I guess. I don't know how long he stays at 147, but he'll try to defend his belts. If he knows what's good for his career, he'll have several defenses of his belts. But, on the one hand, you got Boots Ennis always complaining that he can't get nobody to fight him. He can't get nobody to fight him, but yet there's people who say they want to fight him. I will constantly bring up Blair the Flair, who constantly begged Boots to fight, but Boots turned around, looked at him, probably with the same eyes Crawford and Spence looked at him. Like, so you can't, Boots, be so mad at Crawford and Spence, thinking that they're not giving you an opportunity and you just want your opportunity and ain't nobody fighting you, but you got somebody who want to fight you and you dismissing him because why? He ain't on your level. The same thing Spence and Crawford say to you. You ain't on their level. But you got somebody that want to fight you if you need a fight. And then you got Conor Benn barking up your tree. But me personally, I don't think the IBF want a cheater for a champion. I think it's going to go beyond Boots' decision whether Conor Benn gets a shot at that title. Like, you got all these other guys who hasn't popped positive for drugs who probably want a shot at the title, and you're going to give it to Conor Benn, who's popped positive and who has not rectified or clarified anything. He hasn't fixed the shit or completed his investigation, and the IBF will be crazy. They already just stepped in doo-doo by stripping the damn title off of Clarence Crawford barely at 3 months after he win the fight. Before anybody say something, I think that was a wrong move because it's going against what the IBF rules. You guys can pull it up yourselves and look at it. They got down there on the paper 6 to 9 months, options and this, that, and the other. Yeah, they do have that Terrence inherited Spence's problems or deadlines with his mandatory and this, that, and the other. But the contract that the IBF signed off on, which was Spence versus Crawford July 29th, is not over. They have not finalized that contract, and the IBF signed off on it. You know how you know the IBF signed off on it? Because the IBF made a mandate to Spence that January you had 180 days to make the fight with Boots or be stripped. 180 days came and went and you didn't do it. Why? Because you signed off on the fight. It's not like the IBF didn't know about the fight till 2 days before. We all knew about the fight, at least over a month before. We knew in June. I think we knew at the end of May. So even before the 180 was up, The IBF knew about it. And guess what? Just like the WBC and the WBA and the WBO, the IBF signed off on that fucking fight, that contract. And the contract isn't over. Spence deserved his rematch. He deserved his rematch. The thing that's probably holding that shit up is probably actually the weight, what weight they gonna fight at or what have you. And we knew what was required for it to either be 154 or 147. I'm not blaming Spence, but he ain't wrote his letter. Everybody who's a Spence fan would say it's gonna be at 154. We don't know that. By default, it goes back to 147. And Spence deserved the opportunity to try to be undisputed. It's not like it's highly impossible that he can't do that if he have a rematch. I mean, I don't think he has a chance. But who am I? That's just my opinion. Strange things happen. You know what I'm saying? I thought that he lost due to skills. But that's not the point. He has the opportunity, or had the opportunity, to try for it twice, and that was the contract that the IBF was cool with. And then they won't cool with it. Then you want to strip Crawford, and then you want to backdate the date of effectiveness back to the day of their fight. I mean, the IBF is on some bullshit right there. But again, even with Conor Benn, I don't think, besides, having went through what they gone through and catching the backlash that they catching, I highly doubt that the IBF wants to have what they think or believe or perceive as a cheater holding their belt. So Boots, that's out. IBF ain't going for that. And Thurman, well, I don't know what to say about Thurman. Thurman is Thurman, maybe. I can't say there's no reason why he can't get a fight with Thurman, other than the fact that the UCAD said, don't try to circumvent us, and he can either take them serious or not. And don't even think about looking at Bud or Spence. He don't bring nothing to the table. Actually, a good fight would be him and Boots, but Boots is a champion now, so that stain on his record got to get cleared up before Boots gonna touch you. Simple. That's just facts. And stop using Barrios as the party favor. Shit. It ain't saying much just because you beat Barrios. Barrios is a good fighter, but I don't know if he's grown into 147 completely. I mean, he might can make the weight, but it's just something about I like him better at lower weights. I don't know. But that's what's going on. And ain't nothing that nobody can do about it. I always tell people on here, I said some of these fighters back themselves in the corner or put themselves in a pickle, and then a lot of us, make excuses for them and everything. You can't make excuses for things that they do. You can't make excuses for a person violating the rules or cheating, or I mean, you just can't do it. You can't get around that, because some of us is really watching. Some of us is really watching. I put the link in there if y'all want to add to it. If y'all know something more than I know. He said, oh, I already read that. I'm moving on. So look, I just wanted to show y'all the schedule going forward. It's a lot of boxing going to be going on in the coming months. This is the most busiest end of year for boxing that I've ever seen. I don't know about y'all, but it's a lot of fights coming up, and a lot of them, I'm gonna be honest, we ain't gonna be checking for whatever, but the calendar is full. So December 9th, we got the Regis Prograis and Devin Haney fight coming up. If you guys haven't seen the face off, make sure y'all YouTube and go check that out. That was comical or whatever. Check out my little short that I had to say about Devin Haney and how similar he is to T.I.'s son. But like I said, there's one difference about them two, T.I.'s son and Devin Haney. Devin Haney gonna stand on business. We at least get to see him stand on business. But y'all go check that out. It's like 3 minutes long. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and like button. Yeah, December 9th in California, it's gonna be on the Zone. I don't think that's a pay-per-view. Regis Prograis and Devin Haney, 12 rounds. And they fighting for the WBC junior welterweight title. And Regis promised to disfigure Devin's face. Like, Regis ain't playing, but it would be so, I hate to say comical, if shit don't turn out the way Regis think. And I always think that Regis be voguing too much and modeling too much. He need to stop. He just need to get in there and whoop his ass and, be about his business. Stand on business, Regis. And then December 26th, everything in between, we got, Christmas and all that. Hopefully y'all don't go broke trying to make sure you check every box for everybody. I'm definitely not. I make goodie bags. Y'all better get into it. Because people like them. You can put, let me say, you can put candies. You got dollar candy. You can go to the dollar store and rack up on candies. There's different things. Cookies, packages of cookies. The good shit, the top shelf shit. You can put look, bowling bats, little things that people use to play with, all kinds of things, crossword puzzles, coloring books, depending on the age group that you're doing. Clothes, I put t-shirts and all. Gave everybody a t-shirt from my store. And what else I did? Like I said, Top Chef cookies, them little canned cookies, those butter cookies or whatever. I don't put stuff like drinks and perishable foods or anything. If like my niece and nephew, my niece, she for some reason can't keep up with her socks. She's 7 years old. So guess what? Auntie made sure she got a full supply of socks now. Cute little socks. So I did that. My nephew, he likes GameStop. It's easy to shop for him. He'll take a shirt and motherfucking GameStop because he's a game console player. Like PlayStation 5, I guess, or 4. That's all he does. So GameStop card. The twins. Easy for them, like I give them money because they're 16. So, we give them, a Visa card with $25 on it or whatever. Even in my family, we do $1 and $2 lottery tickets. Sound crazy, but it's actually pretty good. Sound crazy, but my family, they love it. And they win sometimes. They win, and then you hate to get that lottery ticket, and then it hit for like 600. You be like, shit, I should have. You hate to do it, but hey, he said, did you see the All Access on Haney YT channel? I saw something. I can't remember if it was All Access. I be trying to look for their little things and all that, but Haney is he's a silver spooner. If you want to get to Haney, call him a silver spooner. He said, it is pay-per-view? Oh, okay. And you say you got Haney. I'm not paying for it. I ain't paying for that. Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more is in the building. Salute. What's poppin', King? You say you got Haney, Mark? I got Regis. I got Regis, and I said, Haney could wear you out. When he win fights, I think, I ain't saying he don't hit. Like, I ain't gonna call him pillow. I don't think he hits hard to them. I'm sure he hits hard to me. So I can't call him pillow fist. But Haney is an excellent boxer. What don't he do right? And he'll wear you out. But I have not seen him fight somebody that really can test him through the whole 12 rounds. And if he turns it on Regis, because like I said, you say he a silver spooner or he lived a privileged life, that gets under his skin. He tries to hide it real well, but no, that gets under his skin. And that's all you got to do. And Regis did that. Now, would it make him go ham on Regis? And would he be that mad and go ham? I don't know. That's what makes me want to see it even more. Because him and T.I. son, they stand on business. That little motherfucker fool. Like, I stand on business. You drop me off here, I make it. If you drop me off over here, I'm going to make it. I stand on business. That's how, I don't know what it is, why being privileged is a bad thing. I don't know. But shit, run me that. What's up, Mark? What's going on?
What's good, fam? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. What you got
Yeah,
on
man. Man, I just wanted to tap in real quick. I saw you had the link out there. Hey, man. That face off. When I heard Regis say shit like, excuse me, stuff like,
you? You can curse. Go ahead.
when he was saying like, oh yeah, I can't even look into your eyes right now. That's how bad I want to. I'm gonna hurt you. I'm like, bro, I never
Mm-hmm.
hoarded that. Never hoarded of it. What you mean you can't look into his eyes? I'm gonna be honest. I'm going on the record now. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw a late TKO from Devin.
Mm.
And I know some people gonna chew me up in the comments, pause, and they're gonna be like, yo, he's pillow fisted. And when the last time he stopped somebody? Well, the
What
guy
y'all
been
think?
struggling.
What y'all think in the comments? Chime in.
He
Go
been
ahead. I'm
struggling to
sorry.
make. Now you good. He been struggling to make that weight for a long time. He like a skeleton in his closet. He looked
Oh,
bad on that first first and the second Cambosa fight on the scale to me. So
mm-hmm.
the guy, I mean, those last 5 pounds were really hard to cut. So I got Haney, man, and I like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if it's a late TKO when he hit Regis. And Regis been at, hold on, how about this? Perfect storm. Haney get to come up in weight. He's been at 135 too long, and Regis been at 140 too long.
Yeah, I think this is my honest opinion. Nothing against you, Regis, but I really believe you staying where you at because it really ain't no place for you at 147. Ain't no place for you at 154. So he had to buckle down. You hear these fighters say, "Oh, I got a nutritionist. I'm blah blah blah," but I think Regis had to buckle down and really, really get a nutritionist. I don't know what these guys be talking about when they say they got a nutritionist and they still be saying it's hard to cut weight. I really don't. And I know weight, trust me, y'all ain't got to tell me. I know weight is hard to cut. And if you stress, that's what I think happened with Charlo. Stress can make you hold weight. So them last couple of pounds didn't come off as easy as he thought they would. But if you don't eat raw fruits and vegetables, were you serious about cutting weight? I'm
I gotta
asking you,
I,
Mark.
I gotta disagree with you on that one, Miss T. I got a theory on Charlo. I ain't seen you in a minute, but and I felt like Charlo was using that fight as his
Mhm.
way to see how it feel to have that weight at 168. Because when he
I,
cuts weight down to 168, he's probably going to come in at like 166 or
Mhm.
something like that. So I think he used that. He fought a guy who's a career welterweight. He knew the guy can't really move and the guy can't really hurt him. But so this was more of him just to see how he feels cutting weight and having weight, and rehydrating and how he felt throwing those
Mhm.
punches. But I never thought he had an intention to make that weight of 163, and I predicted it on my show days before it happened. I said, Charlo gonna blow this scale. You know how that people say blow trial? I said,
Mhm.
Charlo gonna blow this scale, man. He gonna say, forget this. And sure enough, he blew the scale and then came in there heavier on the second attempt. So that really reaffirmed everything I thought. I don't think he tried to
That's
cut the weight.
possible. That Mark, you actually that is very possible. I can see why you thought that. I could think that too. I was just trying to think of like, damn, like he couldn't get the last 3 pounds off, but he is. And then I just said to myself, he is stressed. This is something women deal with all the time, more so than men. The reason why women, when they do put on weight, or especially after having children or whatever, and they can't get it out, they be stressed. Like if your girl is stressed, when you pregnant, you're gonna be stressed whether the guy is on point or not. Like your baby daddy on point or not. A girl gonna be stressed and going through it, hormones gonna be going everywhere. But when you stress, it makes it difficult to pull weight off. And I think like some people, men and women, run into that brick wall when they least suspect it. So that's what I was giving them. But I can see your point too. I can definitely see your point on that one. But
What you think
and
about?
go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Now I'm about to say, what you think about the heavyweights?
The heavyweights. I don't know if I want to look at the fight because I'm tired of them
Uh,
capitulating to Tyson Fury. I'm gonna say this. Y'all heard what Tyson Fury said he want. I was thinking about doing a show about this,
Older.
going back and just looking at Tyson Fury and what he was threatened with by Mauricio Suleiman. They've been trying to get him the Emeritus belt. They've been trying to strip him from the belt. He 1 minute he in, next minute he not, and all that. But what he tell them? What was his demand? Do anybody remember? Do anybody remember what he demanded? And even his promoters was like, "Dude, you crazy?" He wanted 500 million for his fight. My question to everybody is, do you think he got it now, or is he in the ballpark? Because now he's ready to fight. What you think, Mark?
Motherfucker ain't giving anybody giving Tyson Fury $500 million. But you know what? Those fights added up, like it might be worth that much if you add up that fight and the fight between him undisputed and him fighting AJ. You might get close to about $500 million. You add them three fights up.
Remember, he was adamant he ain't fighting unless y'all give it to him. And I was like, how the fuck y'all let this man say that shit and and hold out like he did? Like, I just don't get it. He is so ready to fight Usyk now, but he wasn't ready to fight Usyk back then. Are you serious? And it was all about the money. The motherfucker move funny. I'm just not into him. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully though that car. They say the car is stacked because they got Wilder on there. They got somebody else. Bivol on that card, right? I like to see Bivol fight.
Yeah, Bill was on that card. Yeah, that card
Mm-hmm.
is that now. That's what you call a stat card, and that's a stat card. And the
I
pay
was
per view is like $30, something like that.
well shit. If it's like $30, maybe. And what day is the 20? It's 20 something December something.
I thought it was the 23rd. Is it the 22 days before
23rd.
Christmas?
It might be. I don't have it in front. I got the schedule up. I'm gonna go back to it. Bruce Gass said Regis got that crazy strength, coach. My friend Evans Tobler for Mad Motivation. That's a plus. I don't know if I said Evans. You know, we got a city next to us called Evans, so I'd be kind of messed up on that. The Saudis gave Fury an offer he couldn't refuse. That's what I believe. Bruce, I believe that shit with everything. He said 23. I believe they gave him a deal he couldn't refuse. But that nigga, I really believe he either got 100,000, 100 million, or he got something close. It won't too far. Okay, I hear you, Mark. Mark will be back. But yeah, let me go back to this list I was reading from. So December 26th, the fight between Naoya Inoue versus Marlon Tapilas. It's a 12-round fight, and it's for Inoue's WBC and WBO junior featherweight title, but it's also for Tapilas WBA and IBF junior featherweight titles. So this, my friend, is an undisputed title, which I don't even know who Tapilas is. I hope I'm saying that name right. But if Naoya Inoue wins, that would be his second undisputed, right? And a little side note, you got Teofimo Lopez out there saying, actually, I was the first double undisputed champion. Teofimo crazy. You can't do nothing but laugh. You just can't do nothing but laugh. Well, the history books won't see it that way, T.O. And I like you, but the history books don't see it your way. Uh, but yeah, Naoya Inoue will be double undisputed. If he wins, I'm thinking he is going to win. And hey, that would be him and Terrence Crawford. Kind of like the same record. I don't know what would separate them, the mini fight, but I guarantee you, if he does win, he gonna go to the top pound for pound. It don't matter. Y'all will never be able to take away the fact that Crawford got there first. And you beating your drum to Crawford's game plan. He has set the tone. And then you got January 13th on ESPN in 2024 in Canada, in the city of Quebec. Arthur Beterbiev versus Colin Smith. Now, I want to see that because I like Beterbiev. That's a motherfucking monster. And they're fighting for the WBC, WBO, and IBF light heavyweight titles. February 17th in Saudi Arabia. That's when the fight. The fight is February. It's not December. So there it is. Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk. And as Mark Nash said, it's a stacked card. But that's the date, February 17th. So we got time to get ready for that, especially if it's $30-something. Shit, I can't argue with that. You know what I'm saying? I can't argue with what is going on with this. I don't know. Look, hold on, y'all. Got to bring that screen back up. What was going on? I don't know. Hold up. Why is it doing it? Okay. I think it's this. All right, so the reason why I got this up because I wanted to show y'all schedules. In London, you got all these fights right here in December. I don't know if you know any of these guys. I don't know them. Gavin Gwynn, Emiliano Marcelli. I'm looking at the names. I don't see any familiar names, but these are cruiserweight, heavyweights, featherweights, welterweight fights, all on December 1st. Then in San Antonio, Texas, we might be interested in this on the zone. You got Ryan Garcia versus Oscar Duarte. That's coming up, I think, this weekend. And then you got O'Hara Davies and Ishmael Barroso. I think this is the card. You got Shane Mosley Jr. versus Joshua Conley. And I'm trying to see who else is familiar. Nobody really, I don't know any of these people. Alvarado, that's not the one. The old school Alvarado must be his son or something. Looks like an okay card. I know Shane Mosley. I'll be interested in seeing him. And I'm assuming it's O'Hara Davis versus Ishmael Barroso. It's gonna be a good one. But Ryan Garcia, that's gonna be a good fight. It's a lot riding on there for Ryan Garcia as far as B-Hop thinks. But Ryan already G-checked his ass the other day. He already G-checked his ass. So, what else we got? Let me go back down the list. Hold up. Yeah. Then December 2nd, on the zone, we got these fights. Again, there's a lot of people we don't know. I'm not going to say they nobodies now. We got a lot of fights on December 2nd. December 9th. Oh, damn net. December 9th in Florida on ESPN. You got Robeisy Ramirez and Rafael Espinoza. These are featherweights. They're going for the WBO. Of course, I'm going to want to see this card because you got Xander Zayas versus Jorge Forti. And then, I don't know, all these other people. Hold on, let me get back over there. Q or K. What's popping, King? What's good?
Miss T, how you doing, my sister?
I'm good. I'm good. Oh, is that my brother Q?
You already know it is.
He does. How you been? Happy belated holidays.
Oh, same to you, same to you, same to you.
Yeah.
Oh man, I ain't heard you in a minute, man. You know what I'm saying? I said I gotta. I saw you on the live. I say, man, I've been listening, tapping in,
Yeah.
and
Are you there?
yeah, I'm still here. And
Okay. Okay.
uh, yeah, that Ryan Garcia fight. I wish it was in San Antonio because you know that's where I'm at right now. But now that fight gonna be in Houston this
You,
weekend.
it's gonna be huge. You say?
No, it's gonna be in Houston.
Oh, it's in Houston. Okay.
Yeah, it's in Houston. I wish it was in San Antonio because I probably would go to that one.
Oh, okay. You down there by San Antonio?
Hmm Uh,
Okay. Yeah. I
but you know
think
what,
it.
Miss T?
What's up?
Uh, you know, I'm just curious, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you know, a lot of people would be quick to say that Tank and Shakur or Shakur, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
But not once, but twice. When I seen him fought somebody that was athletic and have power, that's what he do, right?
You talking about
So
Shakur?
my question, yeah, talking about Shakur Sleeperson. Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never seen a boxer get booed the whole 12 rounds, man. The
This one.
whole 12 rounds got booed. I thought when Devin got booed in Vegas, that was bad. That man, I tell you what, man, you already know 135 with me. It's Tank over everything. I say Tank knock all their ass out. I don't give a damn. I think the only one that can beat Tank is Tank.
Well, Shakur to me has opened Pandora's box because he let everybody in on his secret. Like you just said,
Hmm.
somebody who can box and
Hmm.
who got power. He don't want to deal with that. So you gotta essentially Sean Porter his ass. That what you gotta do. To anybody who get in the
Hmm.
ring with him, you gotta Sean Porter his ass.
Got to make it rough, ugly, inside affair just to make him fight. Cause
Mm-hmm.
he's a runner. He's a track star. Cause I'm gonna tell you what, he justified. He justified, in my opinion, Pitbull Cruz,
Mm-hmm.
William Cepeda,
Mm-hmm.
Frank Martin. He justified all them as far as not want to even deal with that. He don't switch his style up like he hollered like him and Ryan Garcia got into it. He said he gonna stand in front of Ryan Garcia, and I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't believe that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe he'll stand in front of Ryan. Ryan hit hard. I don't believe that. I don't believe.
Ryan do hit hard, but Shakur is fast. He's faster than a lot of people you naming. Faster than, but they fast
But
too.
but watch this. If you're not gonna fight, if I'm a boxer, right? Why would I get in the ring with you and associate myself with a snooze fest? Why would I want to do that? Right? I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't want to see Tank ever fight this Shakur. I don't want to ever see him fight this Shakur. You know what I'm saying? Because for all the Shakur fans that holler, Shakur gonna do this and do that, am I wrong for feeling and believing if you scared of Nakatilla's athleticism and his power, if you scared of Della Santos' athleticism and his power, you don't think for 1 minute he gonna be shaking booty meat in the ring with Tank?
Yeah, I mean, listen, like Shakur, what Shakur is like how I said with Devin. He's an excellent boxer, right? And Shakur knows all the tricks to the trade. So I think sometimes it's incumbent upon the other fighter to change it up, to make him fight. Like I said, you have to Sean Porter his ass. But see, you could Sean Porter and be running in, and Shakur could take a step back into the side and clock your ass. It's not that I don't think he's a power puncher, but you have to be concerned about that because he's very strategic. And so, but you have to put the pressure on him. You're right. He might not fight. Now, he didn't do himself a good service by fighting the way he fought. He probably was injured, but hey, no excuses. But it was on De Los Santos. It was on De Los Santos though to make him fight.
But it ain't. But watch this here, and that's facts, right? But watch this here, Miss T. You got these boxers that feel like you should want to come to fight anyway, and if I gotta make you fight, why fight you? See, he finna put himself in a position to where he gonna try to compare himself to Bud, all of this bullshit about, oh, they freezing me out, or I see what Bud feel. I'm gonna tell you something. I can say a lot of things about Bud Crawford, but I can't say he got booed 12 rounds consistently. I can't say that nigga was just super boring as fuck. I can't say that shit. I can't say that. So he gonna try to put himself in that same category, and I'm not going for it, right? At the end of the day,
you saw he apologized to Floyd, Bud, and Andre. They took a picture with him right before the fight. He apologized because he know he dropped the ball in his decision. Now the question is, me and you may never know this, or nobody else. Did Bud and all them know he was injured going out, or do they look at it like you did what you had to do? That's why it ain't just Shakur's fault. We can say, you wouldn't follow him as a fan. He losing fans by what he doing, but it was incumbent upon De Los Santos or whoever he fight to make the motherfucking fight. It ain't just one-sided.
Miss T, watch this. When you tell the public, when you lie to the public, because that's what he did. He told a tremendous lie to the public about, you're going to smash this dude, you're going to stop him, you're going to do all this shit. You ain't gave no indications of, like when Gary Russell fought Mark Musada, whatever his name is, right?
Maceo, yeah.
Maceo. Gary Russell semi let it be known that he had a shoulder injury, but he gonna push through. And watch this here. Gary Russell, shit went out in, let's say, the third, fourth round, and guess what? With bad shoulder, his shit went out the whole 9 yards. Guess what? They wasn't booing him.
And Gary Russell won that fight. I don't care what nobody
said. And he won that fight. And in my opinion, with one hand, he won that fight easily.
Yeah. Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah.
But they fucked him, right? They messed over him. Just like when Tank hurt his
new champion.
When Tank hurt his hand against Pitbull Cruz, with one hand, still whooped his ass. They wouldn't booing Tank.
No, look, Shakur, I have to look. I'm with you. You are making excellent sense and excellent logic, because everybody know on here, I've said it umpteen times that Shakur was going to beat all of them, right? I said that. I have to take that back now. I have to take that back because he what you said? You know how you said? I had to take that back because he didn't open Pandora's box. He just showed the world what you got to do. Now, Shakur, the barrage is coming at you. You have showed the world what you got. I bet you De Los Santos sitting there like, damn, I wish I'd have bum rushed his ass. That's all you had to do. Sure, you could have got hit. He ain't known for power punches.
For no power.
You maybe would have got shocked and knocked off your feet, a flash knocked down. You'd have got back up, but you stayed on his ass. Y'all, these fighters these days got to start taking the page out of Sean Porter's book. I don't care what nobody say. If the fighter don't want to fight you, you got to Sean Porter a nigga. That's what you got to do. You got to stand on business.
I'm going to tell you what. He fought on Thursday night, for one. Two, you done made yourself. Man, I tell you what, at one point of time, I kind of favored him to beat Devin, right?
Mm-hmm.
But right now, like I
It's
say,
happening.
like I say, if Devin Haney, because I'm praying, right? I am praying that Devin Haney looks spectacular and he don't do nothing close to what Sleeperson did, right?
Yeah. You
Because
said
I
sleepless.
want Tank to fight, get him a fight in, and then after he get him a fight in with whoever Pitbull, whoever he chooses, I want him to fight Haney.
What's up
And
with
Haney
Tank sitting on the sideline though? Why we ain't seeing nothing or hearing no kind of rumbles about him returning to the ring? What's up with your boy Tank?
You know, they waiting on network. They ain't got no network. It's a whole bunch of everything. They ain't
Didn't
got
we
no
tell
network.
y'all ass that PBC was going down and y'all denied it? Boy, that's some funny shit. I mean, think about it. Think about all the talks we had everywhere. Everybody talks. When they was talking about PBC going down, Paramount getting rid of them, and nobody believed them. Why nobody believed them, Q? You ain't got no answer?
What you say, BC?
I said, why didn't nobody believe us when we kept telling y'all that PBC was going down? Like they was losing the network and the Showtime was shut. Why y'all ain't believe us?
Man, I tell you what, watch this here. I gotta apologize, Miss C. That's why I called you, folks. I know you was but that's gonna be semi-true. But watch this here. The rumors is they finna go to Amazon Prime, right?
Right. That's very close to making the deal. Is very close to making the deal. Is not having the deal, but they're very close to making the deal. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? They
like,
may come back big. You know why? You know why they'll come
Why?
back big? Because Amazon Prime is not gonna let them do what they did with Showtime. You ain't gonna be marinating at Amazon Prime. You ain't gonna be mismatching and putting on boring ass fights. You ain't doing that because Amazon Prime ain't gotta give them a budget. They not giving them budgets. PBC gotta come correct and spend their money correctly. Amazon Prime don't need PBC. PBC need Amazon Prime. So there will be no budgets. So you gonna
it ain't
you
gonna
gonna
be none of
spend
that.
right.
Them folks see, because you already know they're using Canelo, they're using Tank, they're using the people that they know that gonna draw, sell, things of that nature, right? The only thing that's gonna be, I'm curious to see, because I know if them folks want to see the best fights and things of that nature, all that Canelo trying to fight some Jaime Muginas and all that old shit. No.
Exactly.
we want to see Benavidez, man.
Yeah, it is Benavidez's
Point blank.
turn. It's his turn.
I
He
mean,
has
it's his turn,
arrived.
man.
Yeah, it's
all
his
this,
turn.
His fans holler this, what David Benavidez done, who has he fought? They can't say that no more.
Nah,
they
can't
say that
no
more. They can't say that no more.
They can't.
You know what I'm saying?
They can't.
That man, they can't say that shit no more. That man not only just stepped up to the plate, but he's been stepping up to the plate in impressive fashion.
Yeah. When he did the boo-boo, I was shocked.
Man, because I'm going to tell you something. Boo-Boo went with the wrong game plan. I thought Boo-Boo was going to box him. But you call I didn't know that the man blowed up to 190. You know what I'm saying? And fucking, you trying to bully the bully, but you got to have power to do that, for one. And two, I don't care. At the end of the day, you're the naturally smaller man.
Yeah.
You could have sprinkled that shit up in there, but I think he'd have had way more success if he'd have boxed him. You know what I'm saying? If he'd have boxed him.
I think so too.
It's a reason. Caleb, you got to use lateral movement. You got to do all that. You got to do shit that he don't like, that frustrates him. Because Caleb Plant, in the beginning of the round, he was frustrating the hell out of
Benavidez, yeah.
Benavidez at first. You know what I'm
Hell,
saying? But
remember Kyron Davis? Remember when he had a fight
mm-hmm.
with Kyron Davis? He did a good job too.
Yep.
He just couldn't last. If he could last and had stamina, I don't know. Maybe it would have been a different fight.
Oh, indeed. You know what I'm saying? But you know.
Yeah, I don't know. But it is Davis' turn. And I'm glad that Mauricio got off his ass. And from what I hear, I don't know how true it is, but he's gonna make it. That's his manager. He's gonna make him fight him. He got like 90 days
90
or something.
days. Yep. Mm-hmm.
To play up or get off the pot. You know. What you think about this Conor Benn shit I've been talking about on here?
Oh man, say man. Ain't too many motherfuckers don't want to fuck with Conor Benn. You know what I'm saying, nigga? You and them boiled eggs and shit, man. I done heard it all, man. From boiled meat to the Mexican meat to now boiled eggs, man.
Not the boiled eggs, Q. You mean to tell me I've been on PD for the last week and a half? I've been eating boiled eggs.
Motherfucker been eating boiled eggs. Motherfucker been using enhancements. Eating them eggs all the time. Oh my God.
Oh man, I'm gonna pop positive on the test, y'all. I've been eating some eggs like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
But the UK got his number. They was like, nigga, I don't care what you talk about. Finish that investigation. Don't try to run to America neither, because you still got to finish that investigation. They act like they gonna take his passport. He tried to run up out of there and don't finish that investigation. And then he got Eddie Hearn. We got Virgil Ortiz, we got Thurman, we got Boo Sinners, and we got Barrios. Man, I was like, damn, is Barrios the party favorite and shit? Every time you stick a microphone in front of a fighter face, I can fight Barrios. Who is Barrios in the 47? In my head, Barrios lost every fight he fought at 147. But I know he won one of them. But I'm like, damn, everybody want to call him. Everybody want to call him.
I'm going to tell you something. He beat the shit out of Ugas. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about he beat Ugas, in my opinion, better than Earl did. Way better than Earl did.
Ugas aged. He aged in overnight.
You know, man, it was dropping Ugas with ease, man.
Look, I tell Ugas ain't been right since he lost his eyebrows. I don't know.
No.
He need to get them shits back. Stop shaving. I don't know. Let me take it back, because he could have a medical issue while he ain't got no eyebrows. Let me pull it back. You know how sick my ass be over here. Like I told you, look, Q just to let me know I'm about to pop positive for PEDs. All the eggs I'm been eating. Man, when I tell y'all, I eat eggs every morning.
He got that same condition that Jada Pickett got.
Alopecia?
Yeah, he got alopecia.
Yeah, that's an autoimmune disorder. That's what I have. I have an autoimmune disorder. But no two people ever get the same, disorder. It's like, I want to say it's like 80 disorders, and you just get the ones you get. I got the ones I don't want nobody else's, man. It shit be kicking my ass. That's why I be gone sometimes, y'all. I be sick. DJ is in the building. What's poppin', King? Yeah, but I saw that. I was like, Conor Benn, y'all ain't fooling nobody. Y'all don't care how you and Eddie Hearn try to spin this shit. You ain't circumventing the UCAD. They got your number. He said he
I
can't
wonder,
wait
could he try to get a license in America, considering he got that going on?
But that's what they say. But he could. He can absolutely do what Tyson Fury did, because we don't have. I don't know. Now that's a good question though. But he could, because Tyson Fury got busted or popped or whatever. He left the UK and came to fight in America. He wasn't popped over here. You know what I'm saying? And then he got on that that dude that y'all try to link Crawford with, that El Chapo of the UK. He got with him, and then America was like, you can't come back. I mean, I know he felt like an ass, man. You done bought a house, cars, and everything. You left your shit abandoned over here because you got stuck over there. But that can happen to Conor Benn. He can't. Conor Benn don't have a license to fight in UK, and they're not gonna give him one until they feel that a complete investigation was done about him popping dirty. And so Eddie Hearn feel like, well, we passed the first one. This is what Eddie said. We passed the first part. You know how like when you pop dirty and then they got to go test the B sample. That's what Eddie Hearn talking about. But that's not completing the whole investigation. And then the UK went so far as to say, don't even be thinking about going somewhere else because the backlash they're gonna get. Like they basically telling him finish the proceeding. Don't try to run abroad or to the Saudi, or whatever. Because the problem ain't going nowhere. Finish the procedures. Clear your name.
Miss T, on the 23rd of this month coming up, December next month, that card is super, super stacked. Super stacked. The one where y'all was talking about earlier with Beeble and shit, they also got Big Baby Miller fighting Daniel Dubois. I want to see that one too.
Oh, the 23rd. Oh, and just to correct, Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk card, that's in February.
Yeah.
Just so y'all know, we were saying December 23rd, but now that's February.
That's February.
Xander Zayas is fighting. He's fighting in Florida on December 9th. And we be watching him too.
Oh yeah, he young up and coming.
Jahad Tucker, he on that card too. And December 9th, that's Regis and Devin.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something. If Devin have a performance, anything close to that sleepers and shit, shit, we gotta we gotta look elsewhere, man, because that shit's not gonna sell, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't nobody want to see Tank chasing no nigga all goddamn night. Don't nobody want to see that. No, I don't.
He said Sleeperson. That's the funny part. Okay, the 23rd, that is Anthony Joshua and Otto Wallin, and Deontay Wilder versus Joseph Parker, and Daniel Dubois versus Jarrell Big Baby Miller, and Frank Sanchez. It's the night of the heavyweights versus Junior. I don't even know who Junior is. But it's gonna be over there in Saudi Arabia. Hey, they going for the money. I ain't even mad at them.
Man, I'm gonna tell you something. See, the Saudis and the shows that they've been putting on, motherfucker can't say nothing bad about them. You know what I'm saying? They've been putting on some hell of shows. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna even lie.
I mean, it's the money of it all for me. Shit. I ain't mad because look, ain't nothing worse than doing all this fighting and practicing and getting up and running. In the middle of the night, sweating your ass off, tired as a motherfucker. You want to sleep a little late and you can't. 3-day workouts. Nah, and doing all that, and then you a thousandaire at the end of all that. Fuck that shit. You better get your money. Money.
Yeah.
But now, that come twofold though, Q, because I don't like it when boxers only about the money. Like that should not be your focus when you just coming into boxing. You got to give us a Super Bowl or something. You know what I'm saying? DJ say Joseph Parker about to get that nap he should have gotten 5-6 years ago. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be able to handle Wilder. He said, "Don't nobody want to see Jarrell big fat
Oh my God.
DJ,
He just talk a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
He just talk a lot of shit.
fat
You
man, the
didn't see that
fat
press
man.
conference?
No,
Yeah,
I
the
ain't
fat
seen
man be talking.
that. Was his new nickname should be the Fat Man. Jarrell Cheeseburger Miller. DJ said, "Let's be real. Only reason we care about that car because of Wilder. You know I do. I ain't gonna lie. Some people don't like Wilder, but
For me, shit, I mean, I'm gonna watch them all, right?
mm-hmm.
But you know, I'm a huge. If don't ask me to rate my favorite fighters, because
Yeah.
if I rate my favorite, fighters, he number one for me.
Speaking of rating, do y'all think that fighters who don't try to win championships should be ranked in anybody's ranking, whether it's the sanctioning bodies or individual weight classes or overall ranking? You know how they do pound for pound. Do you think they should be ranked and they don't try to win championships? That's a question I want to know. What y'all think about that?
I say no, just because, especially when you got these boxers that's fighting for these interns, belts, whoop de whoop, but then get opportunity to fight the champion, and they don't want to take the fight. No, they
Mm-hmm.
shouldn't be ranked at all.
But that's gonna mess with your favorite fighter, Q.
Which one?
Tank.
Nah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nah. Because the rankings, I'm gonna tell you something. That ranking shit don't mean nothing. Them
Oh, that
belts, the
don't
tank
mean
don't
nothing.
mean it. It don't mean nothing to him.
Yeah, it
It don't
don't
mean
mean
nothing
nothing
to
to
him.
him. But see, this is the thing. He's in the middle. He's in middle age. Tank was once the young boy on the block, right? But he's, I think he's 30 this year or 29 or whatever. So he's not a little boy, but he's not old neither. But he gave us more of his career just going for the money instead of the championships. And I'm telling you, I cannot talk to my grandkids about Tank Davis. He's gonna be forgotten if that's not what he is ever try to chase. I get it, the money good. You have changed your whole family's dynamic. Generational curses will be able to be broken just for the sheer fact that you're more financially stable. But like other previous athletes, who's to say he don't run through his money and spend unwisely and be broke? And then he try to come back and get that money grab like a lot of them do. I hope that don't happen. But my point is, when I sit my grandkid on my knee, I can't brag about Tank. We gonna forget about him. But I can sit my grandkids on my knee and brag about Muhammad Ali, even though he was fighting in the 60s. I wasn't even born. By the time he was towards the end of his career is when I was born, or the middle, right at the end. That's when I was born. And so, look, I can tell my grandkids, people gonna always remember Muhammad, but not so much Tank. What you say to that, Q?
I say this: when you are known as a knockout artist and a highlight reel, when you're known as must see TV, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. That might be the one thing. Eventually, like I say, I want him to fight Devin Haney, man.
Me
Fuck
too.
Shakur. You know what I'm saying? I believe Devin or try to do he gonna semi try to fight, but I look for him to, do a bunch of hugging, whoop the whoop. But see, Tank know how to fight on the inside. He don't get away with that.
That uppercut shit. That you can try to hug Tank if you want to. That uppercut. Jerry is in the building with Papa King. He said rankings are bought and paid for. They mean little. Just ask Benavidez. He said would not matter if Ali had those titles or not. People remember fights, not belts. Jerry, people remember legacy fights. People remember. Like, look how y'all are
I agree with Jerry
about
on that one
football.
on the one part. On the one part about
no, you did.
the rankings is bought, right? Because look what People can say whatever they want, but I tell you what, Al Heyman in them sanctioned body, I don't know how the hell he was able to keep Jamel Big Charlo a champion for 2 years without defending the belt. I don't know how the hell
30
he was able
months.
to get Keith Thurman as a interim W. I don't know when this nigga ain't fought, and I don't know how long. I don't know how the hell. So I agree with Jerry on the ranking systems is bought. I agree with him.
I mean, they could be, but with Keith Thurman, let me just tell you how that happened. Keith Thurman wrote his own ticket. Keith Thurman, remember, he gave up the belt. None of us saw it coming. Well, nigga, what you dropping the belt for? Like, damn. And I remember my first thought was, you that damn scared of Spence? That was my first thought. But he dropped the belt. Let's say for shits and giggles, he was injured and he dropped the belts and he didn't want to hold up the division. But what he did, and while he was dropping that belt, is what helped him have what he have today. And that is he, dropped it, talked with Mauricio, and Mauricio between them two came up with the fact that they gave him the emeritus belt. That won't Al Heyman. Or maybe Al spoke for him. I don't know. But Keith knew what he was doing. I would think that Keith and Mauricio came to the agreement, get this emeritus belt. That means whenever you're ready to come back, champ, you first of the line. And that's what happened. That's what happened with Keith. As far as Jamal, he was out 30 months. That one, yeah, that's Al Heyman and Mauricio. I don't know how he did that one. Did you like Jamal come back?
I'm going to say yes and no. The reason why I say yes and no is because I think he need another tune-up before he even think about getting up in there with anybody of significance. He needs one more semi-tune-up, you know what I'm saying? Because Jose Benavidez, that wasn't nothing but a glorified tune-up. At the end of the day, somebody with a name to draw some interest of him. They knew they couldn't match him up with a Selesky. Don't nobody want to see that shit. No. like watch this. I'm from Houston. I kick it with my boy. I holler at my boys from time to time. And when he pulled out of that fight, talking about a back injury, whoop the whoop, that fight wasn't selling in Houston. That fight wasn't selling at all.
Jose Benavidez, I'm starting to wonder, was he always this awkward as hell as far as legs? And then nigga ain't got no legs, and he got the brace off it, so you can't say he's still hurt from it. I wish I'd have seen some fights before he fought Crawford, because that nigga ain't got no legs, but he was undefeated. And look, Jose got some hands, but he don't move them legs. He might as well be Canelo. He might as well be. That's what I say about Canelo. You ain't got no motherfucking legs. You was not going to go that far in boxing. Jerry said Romero gets the title shot at 5,000-year-old prehistoric man, never fought in the division and coming off the knockout loss. Jerry, you still mad at that fight? That shit was funny. No belt on the line for Ali Frazier, too, either. Pretty sure. Jared, we talking like those guys back then, they ain't run from no smoke. All of them. It wasn't conducive for you to be even looking like you trying to run from a smoke. Them guys was glad to be warriors. These guys right now is coming. They might be moving out this era of trying to be Mayweather, trying to hold on to your trying to, there's a bunch of people entitled, man. This whole generation, they entitled. We won't entitled. Look, Q, my mama used to say, you old enough for your wants not to hurt you. Oh, I hate that shit. I hate when a motherfucker tell you that, but if you think about it, she ain't give a fuck about no tears. You can want all you want. You better put in that work. If I say, Mom, I don't want to do this program no more. I want to stop. I don't like it. She be like, you can stop. And I be like, yeah. She be like, next year. I'm like, ain't this about a bitch? But it taught me to not quit. And you can make plans and you can want whatever you want. But if good faith without work ain't shit. You ain't getting nothing if you don't put the work in. Don't run from fucking adversity, run to it. Don't run from it, run to it. And you think about these fighters today. Is that a fair description of the majority of these fighters today? That they run, do they run from adversity or they run to it?
They gonna run from it.
Most
they
of
run
them
from that shit.
Yeah, it's hard for people like me and my generation to respect that shit. You in the generation, you up there, you close enough to our generation too. You know we was taught like that. Don't run from it, run to it. Nah, that's why I like Jamal, shout outs to him. And yeah, he went through an ordeal. Most people go through that shit in their regular life. And I feel him that he was hurt. And it's cool that they was able to help him. But technically, in my generation, nigga, suck it up on the fact that we about to take your belt. we ain't saying you can't take time off, but nigga, you have to unass that belt. And then suck that part up. We ain't give a fuck. Our generation, they would not have given a fuck. They'd have been like, nigga, you go ahead, man.
Watch this here, Miss P. Watch this here. Through the history of boxing, because I'm finna hit a topic that I know I'm very beyond curious as to what you feel about this. Through the history of boxing, there has been boxers that fought a first fight and got demolished, got destroyed, got mollywopped. Wasn't competitive at all the first fight. But the rematch ended up being something different and better, either with the win or performance, right?
Right.
There was a lot of people that was hollering, oh, Wilder don't deserve no rematch with Fury. Fury destroyed him the second fight, whoop to whoop, and I advocated then that Wilder had every right to redeem himself either through a win or a better performance. And when he fought that third fight, he didn't get the win, but he had a better performance and got more respect from the boxing public than he did when he was winning.
Right.
Finally gave this man his just due, gave this man a statue and everything, right?
Right.
So I say all that to say this. I've been at war with the buddies, right? Because the buddies is up under this impression that a man that's been a champion since 2017, a defending champion, a champion that, regardless of how that fight went with Bud, I got nothing but respect for Earl, because every time he got knocked down, he got back up. I didn't hear Earl, I didn't see Earl running around the ring like Sleeper Scene. I didn't see Earl telling his corner, stop the fight like Boo Boo did. Like I say, Earl got every right to redeem himself through a win or a better performance. I disagree with the buddies right now. I disagree.
Well, all the buddies don't feel that way, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I know all of them don't, but I just want to know how you feel, because you know you ranked. You in the ranking system. You know what I'm saying? You know you're in the ranking system.
Oh yeah. I know I'll be up there some weeks. I'll be pound for pound.
You in the lightweight division. You know what I'm saying? You got a WBA belt.
I'm in the way. I'm coming on the rise.
Yeah, you coming on the side to get undisputed.
Look. So the buddies, I don't know about all the buddies, but this is how I see it. I'm a person about fairness, right? And because I'm about fairness, that means when they sit down, because you have to sign a contract and everything before you make a fight, right? That has to be done, right? So I'm about fairness. So to me, whether that contract is found to be overall beneficial for you or the next person, fighter A or fighter B, it don't matter. When the contract is signed, everybody got to adhere to the contract. And you with me so far? You with me so far,
no doubt. Oh, no doubt,
so,
no doubt, because I believe that contracts should be respected.
Exactly. So in the contract, it said that there was a rematch. Now they told them in the contract what they got to do to have it at this way or that way. Now it's incumbent upon Bud, it's incumbent upon Spence to follow what they said had to be done to pick the weight. Otherwise, it's by default gonna be at 147. So if you got a contract, to me personally, I wouldn't even think about another weight. Errol Spence deserved a chance to come back and fight for undisputed because that's what they agreed to. That was in the original contract, and it is possible.
But it's not for undisputed. But it's not undisputed no more because Bud got stripped at IBF. So
right, but that ain't Bud's fault. That ain't Bud's fault. That's not his fault.
It's not undisputed no more, though.
I know, and that's unfortunate. But they still, now they can just look at it like, let's get the money. Shit. But again, this is why I say Bud could probably sue the IBF if he want to. Maybe he don't want to. Because the IBF, remember that they mandated that Errol Spence fight Boots in his 180 days, which would have brought him into the summer. We knew about that fight like the end of May. We knew that Bud and him was going to get that fight like the end of May, right? Somewhere around there. And so, put it this way, we had a month's notice, over a month's notice, because we knew in June, and the fight didn't happen to the end of July. So, not only did me and you know, but the rest of the world and all the sanctioning bodies. So, what happened to that mandate? How you put out an order or a mandate? Did you have to rescind that mandate? Or is it plausible that the IBF had to sign off on the fight of July 29th? Just like the WBA, WBC, all of them had mandates for Earl. They all had to sign off on Terrence Crawford and Earl fighting. And so they was like, all right, fine. Y'all two can fight on July 29th. You then can't come back and strip the nigga. It ain't barely 3 months. I don't even think it was exactly at 3 months that they come and take the belt. Then they be hollering about they gonna retroactive the date back to the day of the fight. You can't do that shit, nigga. Like, I don't know what the fuck IBF is doing. Like, that shit don't make sense. So it's like if I was Earl, I'll be mad.
I don't agree with what they did. I don't agree with that at all.
If I was Earl, I would sue. What they did. Right. If I was Earl and Terrence Crawford got a case. Because Earl could say, look, motherfucker, I had a rematch and I was trying to get that undisputed and now I can't get it. How the fuck you gonna do that to me? And Terrence could say the same thing. Y'all signed off on the IBF. But look, y'all not mad at Boots because the only way that Boots got that, the IBF didn't just was going la 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 la. Let me give Boots the belt. No, Boots and his daddy petitioned or put in an application to get that belt, or that belt wouldn't have been given to him without the application for it. Yeah, they asked for that, so it was administratively stripped and given to Boots. And y'all not mad at Boots about that? How you feel? Let me return the question. Are you mad at Boots?
You talking about the email champ right now?
All right, we on the same page.
I think that's how he wanted to get the belt in the first place. I don't think he ever wanted to fight either one of them for that belt. You know what I'm saying? He knew Earl wasn't going to fight him, not because he was scared of him or nothing like that. Ain't no money in it. You know what I'm saying?
I just thought about this too. Think about this. Since when did Earl fight his mandatories for the IBF? So getting out of line of the WBO from a person who fight all their mandatory, to go get in the line with a person who hasn't been fighting that mandatory and getting away with it. No shade on Earl. Earl, hey, if the IBF let Earl do what he do, he let him do what he do. But why you go get in that line when it's probably next to impossible that you was gonna get that fight? Why would Earl look back at you? You ain't never won shit. I ain't saying it has nothing to do with whether you good or not. But you ain't never won shit. Why would Earl, 3-belt champion, look backwards at you? Why would he do that? That don't even make sense for his career. And then you mad because they not even paying you no attention. Well, Blair the Fair was begging your ass and you dismissed him. What about that? Mister, I can't get nobody to fight me. Blair wanted to fight you. Y'all could have did that shit in Philly. Because both of y'all from Philly.
You know, Conor Benn been calling out Boots Ennis, and you heard what his daddy said about
Boots Ennis and shit.
His daddy say, man, they ain't messing with that. They got to be on an even playing field. He got to deal with that now.
IBF is not going to let Conor Benn be their champion until he finished his investigation. That's why I was talking about him today. I just want to be known before Eddie put a spin on it, since he over here trying to reach for our fighters over here in the U.S. Your dude is contaminated, Shawty. You know, clean his shit up. Wipe his ass. Wipe his nose. Yeah. So until you finish, and your own people said that. His own country said that. Clean your shit up and then go try to do something elsewhere. Don't try to circumvent us. Like, I guess they ain't gonna let your black ass, because compared to Tyson Fury, you blacker than a motherfucker. You Kunta. they let Tyson Fury leave the country and come over here and fight, even though he was banned in the UK, but they ain't gonna let your black ass do it. You might be mixed, Connor, but your daddy black, and that's what they going by.
Oh, you already know. If Connor was anything else, it'd be a different shit. He wouldn't have no issues moving around and maneuvering through all that shit.
What'd you say? He fall under that one drop rule. You ain't getting away with it. The one drop. He thought he was gonna circumvent and sneak a Eubanks fight in February 3rd. They would say, They did the Matambo. No. Get that shit out of here. And then he's like, oh, I can fight me Virgil Ortiz. I mean, why would you pick him? Of all people, that man don't know what weight class he gonna be in, not alone whether he gonna still be boxing. That don't even make sense. Thurman, I don't know. Thurman is Thurman. That's a maybe. But Boots is a legitimate champion now. According to the IBF, they ain't gonna give you no title. Why would they want you to parade around as their champion? And then Barrios, the party favor. Eddie Hearn better pick the 21st and up. You better look on that part of the list. It's kind of being you done, man. I think somebody in the chat had said he would have been better off if he just took his suspension. He'd be back fighting right now. I have to agree.
Yeah, he might as well go on just take the suspension, man. You know what I'm saying? But he don't want to take the suspension because he don't. That'll be something that'll taint him to where you'll have fighters. A whole lot of fighters be like, nah, I ain't messing with you like that. It ain't gonna be no even playing field.
Let me ask you this, and then we'll close with this. Do you think your boy Devin Haney, since you got him winning, do you think or can you see that it gets under his skin to call him a silver spooner?
Oh man, he had that nigga so hot in that press conference. Oh my God, that and the part where he told him when he was talking about he got knocked out by an unknown dude. Devin Haney even had to laugh. He say, "Well, hell, who you knocked out with a name?" And he had to laugh because he knows nobody.
I think Regis' record is a little bit better than Devin's. But I don't like to say that because they both fighters, and Devin is an excellent fighter. This gonna show me whether that Devin can really face adversity. I've never seen him in a fight with somebody he couldn't win. And then it was kind of close with Lomachenko. I had Lomachenko edging Devin, but I wasn't mad at them picking Devin. I mean, it was that close of a
Oh,
fight.
me too. You already know we talked about that. I had Loma getting it too.
Yeah, but I ain't mad at it. Hey, Devin won. Okay, cool. I think Devin can wear your ass out if you don't come in shape and prepare. But that silver spoon, you know who he remind me of right now? T.I. son.
Oh man, I saw that video.
T.I. son and Devin is they think about it. They don't like to be reminded that they had privilege or that they were silver spoons. I would love it. I used to watch. There was a TV show for the young folks in here that used to be called Silver Spoon, and it had Alfonso Rivera and Ricky Schroeder in it. And boy, us kids, we love watching that shit, just wishing and hoping that we could live like Ricky Schroeder and be rich. So I don't know why Devin Haney or T.I. son. What is the problem with having privilege in life? Shit, that's a good thing. That means your parents did their job. There's a lot of people out here, parents ain't doing their job, but you can tell that bothers Devin with all the grills in his mouth and all the jewelry and shit. That's not even you, shawty. That's not even Devin. He looks silly doing that shit. What you think about that, Q?
They both of them, T.I. son and Devin, they try to appeal to the culture.
Yeah.
Because they know the culture, you know what I'm saying, consists of the struggle, consists of not having it easy, things of that nature. And when they be reminded that that's just like T.I. son came out with a song called Grandma's Boy. Grandma's Boy, talking about he was raised with his grandma. He wasn't raised with his daddy, lying his ass off. You know you was raised with your daddy, boy. You know
Grandma living off of daddy money too. You think grandma putting in 9 to 5? Grandma chilling. She still living off that escape money. She ain't doing no 9 to 5 as she should be chilling off that escape money. That's what you do for your parents when you get older. It's not about what they can do for you. It's what you can do for them. But if I thought about it, I said Tiny was like that nigga sucked the pacifier till he was 12. Wouldn't have been happening in my house. Would not. Them shits would have been peeled from his lips before the age of 3. That's as far as I could go. But holding your breath and crying, guess what? I thought about it. I said, is that even possible in a black home? And Jerry, work with us, Jerry, because black homes, we don't, certain things we don't put up with. It wouldn't have been possible in my house. The shit wouldn't have worked. But I could tell you, when I was in the Navy and my kid would not stop crying, and she would cry from 9 to 4 in the morning, a nigga tapped out. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I tapped out. I was in tears. I cried. Because at that point, I had been up damn near 24 hours and she was not having it. She meant she was going to sleep in the bed with me. After that, after she took me through that one night, I tapped out. Fuck. 10 years later. I'm sorry, boo-boo. I'm sorry, stinker poodle. But yeah, I couldn't fight it. I mean, she kind of got out of my bed at 9, but every now and then she'll sleep in there. But 10 for sure. I don't remember her being in my bed after 10. But shit, I could not fight that shit. So when T.I. and them said, you cried like a baby, you will hold your breath, I could see that. I could see that. But in my mama house back in the day, no, I can't see that. My mama looked at me crazy. She be like, I'm going to count to 3. 1, a 2. By the time she said a 2, all crying would have stopped. Damn that. But he don't want to be considered privileged. And he should embrace it. But Devin don't either. And when you say that shit to Devin, to your boy, he get bothered. He happy he got arrested on that gun charge that they wind up dismissing. He be putting them grills in his mouth, which he looks silly wearing, and the chain and all that shit. Devin, come on now. You can't hide who you really are. And to me, it's just crazy. But I will tell you the difference, Q. I'm going to tell you the difference between Devin Haney and T.I.'s son. We get to see Devin Haney stand on business. Oh, Devin said he stand on business. We gonna get to see it. We gonna get to see it.
We gonna get to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, I hope if he wins, I just pray that he don't do nothing close to what Sleeperson did, man. Because if he do anything close to what Sleeperson did, we gotta look elsewhere, man.
If he can't, we'll know, because if he really can't take, he might take the first hard punch that Regis give him. But if Regis give him a succession of them shits, it's gonna wear him out. It's just like that other dude that couldn't get off the when Matias was fighting him. Matias beat the fucking conditioning out that motherfucker. He wore him out. Dude was saying he had leg problems. Yeah, you was conditioned. I believe that dude was in shape and ready to go. I believe he can fight Ergashaw. But Matias beat the submission out his ass. Nah. He wore him out. And that is the talent that I attribute to Devin. Devin can wear your ass out. And he might not have to hit you hard, but he can hit you and make you miss, and he can wear your ass out. So I
tell you what, Miss T, he showed me a different dimension though when he fought Loma, as far as how dedicated he was in the first 5 rounds. At least I'll say the first 5 for sure.
Yeah.
People don't know it.
Activists think he got the best 1-2. He said Devin got one of the best 1-2s in all of boxing. If he had some power behind it, he'd be knocking motherfuckers out. I can't disagree. I know people think that I'd be against Devin. I'm not a huge fan, and I don't like people who's over the age of 18. Like, you should know who you are. I mean, you over the age of 24 at this point. I don't like all that grill in the mouth and that. But it got to change for me. I'm out of the loop. You know what I'm saying? I'm the old person here. So don't, Devin, if you ever listening, don't listen to me. I'm the one that's out the loop. But I don't like it. And when you turn me off, you turn me off. But I can't say the motherfucker can't fight. And I do believe in most of his fights, he wins because he wears motherfuckers out. And that's what he gonna do. That's what he gonna do to you, Regis. If you go in there, talking about, come on, let's vogue. Let your body move to the music. If you go in there modeling or anything like that, Devin gonna wear your ass out just by activity. So if you don't think that your punch did anything, or if you see that he can take your punch, you better get on your boxing tip, because if he can take your punch, I got Devin. But if he can't, if you hurt him in a couple of successions of punches, I got Regis. Off the rip, I'm picking Regis because I don't think Devin can take his punch. But we shall see. But thank you, Q, for coming in. What up, Jared? Jared, I've tried to fix that phone thing. I cannot. Short of me having to pick another phone, I don't know, because the shit will ring to my phone. I try to change it. It's just, I don't know. I don't even know what happened to it in the first place. But Jared, if I can fix it, I will. I will always keep trying. DJ, thanks for coming in. Our Money, Mark Nash, Coach Malachi. What's that song? We don't play. Niggas gonna bust. That is my favorite thing when you play that, Coach Malachi. I love all your excerpts, but I love that one. Sandra Day in the day. And I like your hat, Coach Malachi. I really like it. I like it. It's very nice looking. Very original too. So good luck. Good luck with that too. But yeah, uh, that's all that I have to put out. Y'all check out my little shorts, 3 minutes long. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. But in my Pamela James voice, peace.